Coming to you wearing the latest CDC recommendation for preventing COVID-19 transmission, the brown paper sack. It's another episode of Low Tech Health. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge. Let's talk tickers on Taco Tuesdays. Now we're being told even a brown paper sack will buy you a little bit of time. So use it. It's better than nothing. I hope you are all keeping your hands clean and you're remembering to sneeze into your elbow and stay away from people. Up to 27 feet now, not just 6 feet. Some MIT scientist is saying these are studies based off of shit from the 30s. So that's great to know that we're using 6 feet sneezes that they could manage in the 30s, and now we're sneezing 27 feet. That's nice. That's hopeful to note that our sneezes have become more powerful. We've become more powerful as a species now that our sneezes are getting like 4.5 further. I'd like to discuss. It's so loud in here. I feel like I'm in space or something. I wonder what it's coming through. Hopefully it's coming through. Okay. I wanted to talk a little bit about the place that coronavirus is attacking in the lungs, the ACE protein, and how maybe taking your ACE inhibitors, your lisinopril or your captopril, could be giving you a little bit more time. If there's a hope that because it's inhibiting the ACE protein, that it is prolonging and possibly preventing the worst cases of viral pneumonia in patients with hypertension. So there's a little bit of confounding research saying that hypertension is still a risk regardless of whether or not you're taking ACE inhibitor. The fact remains that you must take your blood pressure medications as prescribed, because this is not a time to go changing your story and saying you should wear like one mask and then saying you don't need a mask and now saying that everybody should be wearing a mask. Really? Wait a second. Okay, yeah, it's not the time to be selling different types of masks. It's a little bit of a strange time. Doctors are being fired for speaking out about these OSHA violations, because I mean, what else is the administrator supposed to do? They're supposed to fire you. Like, that's what the lawyer tells them to do. Tells them to minimize the risk. I need some straps with this thing. It keeps falling off. Maybe it's too high. The hat, the forehead's like right here. I got all this extra space. Maybe that's where it traps the viral load. Maybe that's the science behind the brown paper sack. I don't know. Get me PPE. I've heard too many stories now of people having to reuse masks, surgical masks, not even N95 masks, but surgical masks, and tossed into a box and then reused so they can be desanitized. You can't desanitize it. I've breathed into it. Someone else has breathed into it. Like, there's employees that test and then employees that don't get tested who've been around those who've tested positive. So I don't know who's got it, who doesn't, and if I'm breathing into it, and I don't know. It just seems like a huge fiasco of egregious, not just negligence, but almost willful transmission, because we get how it's transmitted. Can live in the air for 3 to 4 hours, live on surfaces for 72 hours, if they're like visibly nasty, 17 days. And I mean, let's get real. We need more. We need to pump these out, these N95s. We got to use them once, like the manufacturer recommends, after you've had a series of messes. God, get rid of them. It's just a bottleneck. What are we gonna do? How fast can we pump them out? Let's see. On tomorrow's episode, maybe we'll find out. Wasabi walnut, what's hurting my tummy Wednesday. Thank you all for listening. I hope you've learned something about the techniques of preventing your outbreak. Also, it makes my acne look a lot better. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.